Alrighty, so next up we have a brand new person to the Match Critique name. His name is Roebby. I don't know if he's in the chat right now. But yeah, he got some sets with his friend. I don't know if this is offline. I think we'll figure it out. It's either somebody that he has hopefully a good connection with online, or this might be an offline match. I haven't watched it, so I don't know what to expect. But he says crazy things happen in game 2, but like, you know, these are friendly, so they're not playing super serious. But yeah, kind of curious to see what we'll see here. Duck Hunt Roy. Honestly, like, this matchup isn't as bad as it is against Crom. Because Crom, like, honestly, the reverse tipper hurts him in this matchup more than it helps. Just because, like, just kind of like the punishes that he can get on Duck Hunt are a little bit weaker than Crom in general. But the big thing about Roy is that he can get in really fast. He does have that sword, so he can swat away Can relatively safely. And like, if he makes the right call in to get in, then he can just like kind of carry you across and kill you. And then his edge guards, while he can edge guard Duck Hunt, it's kind of highly committal at the same time, but it's generally going to be pretty safe for him as well. So you need to be a little bit careful about that. But on the flip side, Roy doesn't really have like too many ways to mix up on how he's going to get in. Just like a bunch of different timings and really good speed and mobility and a disjoint. Of course, when we get combos on him, we can just combo him to infinity, and we can do Clay Pigeon F smash him at 60, and he'll dive to that. And honestly, we could probably kill him off a Clay Pigeon with like at 50% now with Pingus. So that stuff actually got like even more broken. But yeah, beyond just being able to combo him and control neutral decently well, we can also edgeguard him pretty well too. You can make him up B the Can, and then that makes it a lot easier to spike him, which is one thing that you can do. And then also just kind of has a hard time getting back from ledge. The biggest thing is because of how fast he is at his disjoint. His burst range is pretty big, so you want him to be about this far away before you pull a projectile. Otherwise, it's probably not going to be safe. So, yeah, let's see what we're in for. Yeah, fortunately, because he does have that sword, it does make it a little bit harder to throw those Clay Pigeons out. You only throw it out against, what's it called? Dancing Blade. Obviously, like as you saw right there, not a safe distance to throw out Clay Pigeon, so we did that way too early. Yeah, you don't want to do anything risky like that, especially when he's not there. Called you out again. And keep in mind, so something I should mention, you only want to roll from ledge if you're specifically rolling to avoid a committed option. Otherwise, you want to do things like jump. Jump is probably going to be your best one just because it's the one that gets you back in the action the fastest. And get up attack you do to specifically, you know, beat out attacks. Or like a jump or something like that. Ooh, that can actually help you out a lot. God, how safe is Fair on shield? I remember it's a lot safer than it used to be. Yeah. When that got slowed by the Can, you could have actually flashed your shield to parry it, and then you could have gotten a punish on him, but that was something you had to know ahead of time. Just having a bone turn up, that'd be kind of interesting. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh, hey, we're still alive. I thought we did that a little bit too low. Up airs Can. Ooh, no, did not watch the battlefield guide. Remember, whenever you up air them, you want to throw out Cans to cover the other platform so you can cover the rest with Duck Hunt. There's no reason for him to land there. See, like there, you just wait for him to do that action and then you can do it. So big mistake right there. I don't think you like throwing that Can up there doesn't really cover anything. It would have been better to leave like Can over there, juggle him from below, and then like cut him off when he's trying to escape with the Can. That was just kind of bad placement overall. And honestly, like when you had the Can over there, you could have just pinged it to back throw into him, which is a little bit easier than the up throw. Yeah, good that you went for back air there, because up air probably would have missed. Okay, good combo. Okay. At that point, I would have just done fair to Can. So then that way, when he gets hit by that, you can just juggle him with up air and maybe kill him off the top. Maybe. Appreciate the patience there. Yeah, get the can out. Yeah. See, like, you kind of did, like, a lot of commitments for no reason, and you could have just easily punished him for going for that down smash. That was very lucky. Yeah, he knows about Shoryuken. I don't know why you were trying to challenge him on the ground. Like, at that point, you just, like, kind of jump, because, like, he doesn't really have aerials that will kill you. At least facing forward. Like, forward air obviously kills, but it's nothing, like, scary, let's say. It's like, it kills you pretty fairly. Yeah, some people like using bumpers for their specials. Yeah, like right over there, you want to throw can to like cover this area unless you're specifically trying to kill him with back air, which in this case, you probably could have done that. Just like wait, find which way he techs, and then back air him. Ooh, you almost had the call out there with the fair. Why didn't you do a get up attack? Like whenever you do a regrab, they're pretty much always going to throw out attacks here. That's a pretty easy guaranteed thing to do. Also, severe lack of can. Like, yeah, it doesn't really look like you know how to use can in neutral, and that's like a huge hamper to have. You never want to use gunmen here. Gunmen at ledge is the most useless thing in the entire world, unless you're covering them like recovering down. That's about it. That's good. You got that one. That's a hard one to follow up at that percent. Again, like, you don't set up any cans or anything at all. You got so lucky you decided to fast fall through. Also, what are you why are you going for these regrabs? These are really bad. Also, the panic smash attack you want to do at ledge is down smash, because down smash comes out a lot quicker, and if it catches him, he probably would have died right there. Yeah, yeah, just like you need to learn the timing for that. And remember, you want to be ready to back air. He's going to up B, or maybe you could just grab B. Oh wow, you shield powered. Nice. Like honestly, like with the platform tech there, you could have gone for like a strong nair, and that might have killed off the side there too. Nice, good stuff. But yeah, right there, like severe lack of can and like just no real knowledge how to use it in neutral, and also really bad gunmen. So I think these were among the worst gunman placements that I've ever seen. So you definitely need to learn how that move operates. But let's see if anything changes over here. The other thing too is like against Roy, I wouldn't really recommend going in close quarter stages like Yoshi's story, just because it allows him to get in a lot easier. I would go for longer stages for sure. But overall, you can use the tri-plats better than he can in terms of killing off the top. So that's one good thing. That was a very bad clay pigeon. You need to stop doing these clay pigeons. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's very hard for a lot of characters to hit. But yeah, he could just down air you there. I don't know why he was just focused on that. Okay, let's see if we can figure it out. He actually... He can literally just land right on top of you and down air. Like, I don't know why he's not trying to do that. I have no idea why you tried to like nair right into him. There's no reason to do that. Yeah, you just, it's kind of like too obvious when you're going to go for those clay pigeons, and it makes it really easy to get around. Like you have no idea when to throw those out. Like you're throwing it out like a neutral tool, but you need to throw it as a punisher. Like let's say, oh, he did a fair up here. I know he's going to land. This is why I'm going to clay pigeon right here to catch that landing. Like that's the type of mentality you need with clay pigeon. Not that, oh, this will cover an area. It's just, oh, this is going to cover an area, and now I'm going to lose. See, like those are the reasons why you don't clay pigeon. If it was a grappler, it makes sense, but he's not a grappler. The other thing too is like you're not going in with any safety. Like you don't know how to set up can. That's the biggest thing. So you really need to watch something like my can guide. And obviously, never hold in with an aerial and drift in. That's the easiest thing in the world to punish. And like basically, he could just drop shield and F smash you for doing that. You're dead. Good call out on the jump there. But you see, like now that you have cannon in a really bad place, like it's just being useless for you. Also, you should learn that down angled F tilt can kill. So you could have just done that and like poked him off, and he might have died. That's not gonna hit. Yeah. It's just that his F smash pushes you too far back, so you need to do something else. Let me see how unsafe that is on shield though. Forward smash is minus 27, so you can drop shield and run up smash him. That you can do, especially if you have Pingus. Bucking Madness? No, you're not too late. You still got plenty to go through. A little bit late on your detonation there. Back throw. Ooh, that was bad can placement. Like you could have had can up there to cover that jump, and yeah, you would have covered him already. But now you got it back because you did cover that. Yeah, good save there with the down tilt. Yeah, you see, like because you threw out that gunman, you just wasted all of your time, and it literally gave him a free avenue to come back. So you need to stop with that. Why did you clay pigeon? So something you need to know is that like once they get to 150 and you hit them with clay pigeon, you can't combo anymore. So at that point, like you just pressure them with up air or something like that. Like clay pigeon is literally useless at this point. I have no idea what you saw grab there. Yeah, unfortunately that was across the stage, so that was a good kill. Also, it's like you were reacting to things before, so, or maybe you weren't. Maybe you're just making good reads. Also, yeah, F tilt. Like, use F tilt. F tilt kills. Now you're dead. Yeah. You really need to learn to use F tilt because, like, that it doesn't seem like you know that move just actually kills your opponent. That'll help your ledge trapping immensely. Again, like, Duck Hunt can't really challenge Roy's up B. Like, you can only hit him with down air from above. So you just want to focus on ledge trapping him. See, like, that made sense. Like, his nair missed, and Clay Pigeon is going to connect. Like, he had to touch the ground before he could jump again. So that was a confirm into Clay Pigeon there. That was a good Clay Pigeon. Like, most of the ones you're doing definitely do not fall in that category. Also, the fact that you just threw your can off stage just was a big waste. Like, you could have had that on the ground, and then they could have had that chase him off stage. Instead of just, like, kind of throwing it into the void. Again, here, you want to throw out can to help, like, control the juggle situation. But yeah, you did way too late. Also, no idea why you're shielding over there. Nothing you can do is going to hit you there. You also want to shield on top of the can so you can do things like the Marth Slayer, so that way you can potentially punish him like that. So keep things like that in mind. Yeah, the thing you need to keep in mind is like if you're hitting him like on the right side of the can, it's just going to send back to you. So it's a little worthless doing that. Nice catch. Yeah, he held in, so that's the reason why he That's the reason why that clay, you're able to connect that clay pigeon. If he didn't do that, then like even if he did nothing, then he wouldn't have gotten hit. A little bit too early. Yeah, right, at least the correct idea. Also, that up tilt to up air does combo. You just need to go for it. Okay. God, I don't know why you're doing these backwards gunmen too, because like it literally doesn't help you with anything here. Yeah, remember, don't go for F smash. Like drop shield, run up smash, because that actually can't catch him. Did that shield poke you? Let's see. I want to assume that hit the duck, but I'm not entirely sure how. Let me look at this hitbox. That's a big hitbox. Okay, let's look at. Do we have... I don't think there's a shield animation for him, unfortunately. Well, okay, let's see. Let's see exactly how Duck Hunt was looking in the frame before. So I'm assuming like the Duck's hurt box just stuck out enough that he was able to do it. And that's how he got hit. That's what I want to assume. It's very sad, but I think that's what happened. Oh, hey, there you are. Welcome. Yeah, so far, at least quick summary of what I've noticed so far. You don't know how to use cannon neutral. You have no idea when to use gunman. You go for clay pigeon way too much. Those are kind of the main things. And you don't ledge trap, and you don't know that F tilt kills. Yeah, these are yours. These are yours. Good catch. See, like, at that distance, like, if Roy was already over there, and, like, before you threw that clay pigeon out, or right when you threw that clay pigeon out, he could jump over that and punish you, and he was doing that pretty consistently. So, like, Roy needs to basically be across the entire stage before you throw out clay pigeon in neutral. You want to make sure that you're throwing out clay pigeon as a confirm. So, like, if he's falling down with, like, a fair or a nair, that's when you want to throw out clay pigeon to hit him there. Like, clay pigeon's a punish, it's not a neutral option. Unless it's a very specific character. See, like, that made sense. Like, he was far away, he got hit confirmed by the gunman, so that was a safe clay pigeon to throw out, and now you were able to convert off of that. There he did, like, Dancing Blade, so that clay pigeon made sense, too. So, like, if he kept continuing to do Dancing Blade, it would have gone through. Those are times that you want to use it. You see, like basically, he needs to be that far away for that to be safe. Wasn't a good option there. Like, throwing out Can would have been a lot better. And yeah, you want to do the Marth Slayer, which is when you shield on top of Can, and then the up B blows it up and hits him. Also, yeah, never use gunmen at ledge like this. It's useless. It just wastes your time, and it makes it free for them to get back off stage. He did that, like, a lot, and I have no idea why. Yeah. That's the other time that you throw clay pigeon. See, like, that was a guaranteed punish because he was charging that smash attack. He could have only let it out early, but he still would have been punished by clay pigeon. Could have gotten a third one in there, but it's a bit hard to get. Good catch. And that's the other thing, too. It's like you weren't really using your can to help juggle your opponent at all. Like, on Battlefield, you weren't using your can to cover the other platforms, which is very easy to do. You weren't just kind of placing it in strategic neutral positions. And, like, yeah, legitimately, outside that one time, you never use it to assist your juggle. So you need to keep that in mind. Yeah, like, the thing is, it's like, I don't think like, maybe I saw, like, 3 or 4 good gunmen's used, but for the most part, it doesn't really seem like you understand when and why you're supposed to use them. Like, the thing you need to remember about gunman is gunman's a beam assist. So when you place it down, you're specifically doing it to like help do a lockdown or using it to body block something. So like as they're coming down to landing, you throw it out. If they're recovering from high, you throw it out so that way they need to avoid like an entire giant scope there. Those are the times that you want to throw it out. At ledge, basically gunman's not going to cover anything. The only time you use gunman at ledge is like if you're fighting Samus or Wii Fit, because in that way it blocks like their charge shot. That's when it makes sense. But outside of those matchups, you're basically never using gunman. What else is there? The other thing is like you can also use gunmen in like certain areas to like after you hit them, you throw it out so that way they can't land on stage, or you put them in places for them to hit it so that way it extends their hit lag and you can punish them easier. Those are the other times that you use it. But yeah, other than that, yeah, definitely you need to learn can control and how that works in neutral, because it didn't really look like you had a good grasp on that. Definitely need to get better about using Clay Pigeon as a punish option and not a neutral option, because there are a lot of really bad Clay Pigeons. Like there's definitely way too many of them. Also, keep in mind, I do record all these, so you can go back and you can watch them on YouTube. But if you want to get to it sooner, you can just go back and watch the VOD. The other thing too is make sure you learn that F-tilt kills, and when you angle it down, it kills earlier. So with your ledge traps, you do killed significantly earlier with that, and you wouldn't have struggled nearly as much to kill him that first game. That would have helped a lot. Definitely learn to use cans for juggle situations and to cover platforms, specifically on Battlefield, so you can cover top and side, and then you can use the rest to cover with Duck Hunt. Use gunman, use Clay Pigeon less, and then just learn how to use gunman probably. But yeah, outside of that, you know, when I look at this, like I just see somebody that like understands Smash, but they don't understand how to exactly play Duck Hunt. You just have a general idea of what the tools do, but not how to be effective with them, if that makes sense. Are there any specific questions that you have about Duck Hunt? I'd be more than happy to answer them right now that we're here. And if he is typing up a question, would like to remind you guys, we do have a little sub goal at the bottom. You see we're at 24 subs right now, and if we're able to get to 35, we'll be able to add a new emote here. A little too much, yeah. All right, gotcha. Yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to ping me, ask me something. And then, of course, the critique cabin's free for all of you guys to critique people in there, so don't ever hesitate to ask about that. And yeah, no, good stuff. I saw a lot of things that I liked here. It's just that it definitely needs a lot of refinement. So yeah, if you got more videos, send them on over for next week. So yeah, good stuff.